around, but like they have package boxes there, but they never use them. They just put packages on people's porches.
Okay, and you're like, can you not pin?
Yeah, so people's packages get stolen sometimes. So like, I hate just like coming home and seeing my stuff on the porch. I'm like, we have these boxes that you can use. Why not just use them?
Yeah.
So that's a really little thing, but just like, oh yeah, and like I like that maintenance comes and just fixes things that are just apartment property quickly. Like if the road is messed up, like if there's a crack in the road, like a big pothole, or like there's something about that property that's not one person's house. It seems like maintenance a lot of time, not just my apartment complex, but like other places, they're really slow on fixing stuff like that. Like a stain in the hallway or a crack in the wall or something like that, you know?
Okay.
Just like stuff that makes the apartment look less nice. That feels like it could be fixed pretty easily.
Okay, yeah. Maybe if they even had like some communication to let you know that maybe your complaint was heard. Is that ever an issue y'all run into when you leave a review and you feel like it's almost more aggravating that you leave, you know, they're not gonna look at it or not gonna respond to it, so it makes you want to blow it up 10 times bigger just because you're like, listen to what I'm saying, it's important.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to y'all, or have you ever felt like this is a real problem?
I usually just leave it and forget about it, honestly.
You're like, but most people wish they could do that.
It gets done.
Separate from it. Okay. Okay. Sorry, we're getting to the end of it, y'all, I promise. Okay, so maybe this is just for, I'll see how you guys interpret, everybody interprets it so differently, so I'm just gonna read it first and we'll see how y'all take it. What are the most important attributes for a leasing manager, renter to have? So maybe make them say like, what are the most important characteristics, I think is what they're meaning, for a leasing manager or renter to have.
I guess like trustworthiness, like they don't look shady.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. Maybe someone you feel like you're not afraid to talk to, like say for some reason, for an emergency you need to break your lease or something. If the leasing manager isn't this person who thinks like this scary human being that you can just easily talk to, it'll be easier to talk to them about issues you have with your apartment, lease or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so honesty and just being like who you are, like being who you say you are, kind of thing.
Being very like charismatic and like understanding of things, and just they're overall a genuinely good, nice person.
I mean, have you guys ever had any problems where you complain about something and they're quick to defend their products, their property, or as opposed to caring about what you have to say and like taking it into account? So that makes you more mad because you're like, you don't even understand where I'm coming from because you're so worried about defending this thing that you have no, connection with, more or less just your paycheck kind of thing. So is that ever something that you guys run into, or you're like, no, I've been having a pretty good, like a pretty good past record of that?
I mean, that can happen definitely, like when they, like, it seems like they don't believe you and they're more quick to like, be like, no, I'll come show you, you're just using it wrong or something like that, or it's fine, let me go, like, fix it really quick. But at the same time, you kind of feel like belittled when they kind of approach you like that, so.
Yeah, yep. Okay. Okay, so have you ever became upset about something that has happened where you are living, and then what did you do about it?
I live in the dorms, so it's a lot easier to get like quick feedback because they just have a portal that you drop it in, and they're usually quick to fix stuff, like 12 hours, stuff like that, and you're good usually because they have staff on every day. But there's very little because there's very little amenities. It's really just bare bones stuff.
So when you need to submit something, is it all on one server, or is there multiple different servers?
It's usually just one general like line kind of, so it's not like different portals for different issues.
Okay.
It's usually just all handled by the same entity, I guess.
Okay, that makes it good. Anybody else had any problems, and where you're living, and how did you report them?
I've never really had any major problems.
You're like, I haven't really had any, they're good.
If I did, it'd be the same kind of thing. Just go online, fill out an order.
Okay, yeah.
Mine, we had, there's like a crack in our door, and so we have like a bug infestation.
Oh man.
And we did like the whole online thing, but it didn't help, so then we had to like start actually going to like our clubhouse and like talking to people about it and like having them put in orders for us.
Okay. So based on where you guys currently live right now, would you be more likely to leave a positive or a negative review where you're currently living right now?
Negative.
Definitely negative.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
it doesn't like stand out, but I don't really have like complaints. So like solid 3 stars, 3, 4
So
stars.
you're like,
I
I'd
don't
give
know.
a positive, like, there's no problems, but don't expect anything
Yeah, it's
special.
like I don't really think I would enjoy myself less or worse in any other place. Mostly, I think.
Mhm.
So it's like just I haven't just had any issues, and there's been nothing that's like stand out amazing.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, they just do exactly what I need them to, you know.
So you're like, eh,
Yeah, they don't, you know, necessarily go above and beyond,
Mhm.
but, I mean, they don't like continue to disappoint me or anything.
okay,
So,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, I kind of looked at a lot of these already. Okay, so I know when we talked about amenities for things that are local around here, you guys said location was a big thing. Would you say that's the most important thing you look for in an apartment or a house?
rent.
Rent, cost.
Cost.
So the price of it would be, are we all on the same page, or are you looking like, no, it's
Well,
gotta
it's
be the
definitely-
distance?
It can definitely be a big deal breaker, obviously,
Yeah.
because there's only so much you can pay for an apartment when
Yeah.
you're ultimately here to go to school, so.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at 2 apartments and they're almost the same, maybe one has slightly better amenities, but it's $100 more a month, you're like, I'm probably just gonna go to this other one and give up on the swimming pool or the basketball court and save $100 a month, you know?
Yeah,
Go to Sarkey's or something, you know?
yeah, definitely. So the next, would you guys say the after price would be the location is the most, or are you guys gonna like put down like maybe if it's, you know, has more space, or it has a pool, or it has the hot tub, or it has the gym equipment, the good Wi-Fi? You know, but if it's like, what's that fast Wi-Fi called that's like under the ground? I feel like an idiot saying this.
Fiber.
What if it's fiber Wi-Fi, but
Yeah.
someone else has regular Wi-Fi? I mean, what comes in your list
That would be
next
pretty
after your price? Is it gonna be how close is the campus, or is it gonna be further down?
I like initially thought like location, but at the same time, like it doesn't have to be that big of a deal because, I mean, what's another 2 minutes on your commute necessarily? So, I mean, Wi-Fi would be nice and stuff like that, but I mean, at the same time, you're kind of here for school, so I'd say location.
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like the closer it is, the less good the other amenities have to be to get people to go there.
True.
Like if it's farther away, it has to be really cool for people to want to live there.
Definitely.
But if it's close, like it doesn't have like to get enough people to live there, it probably doesn't have to be that.
So if you're close, maybe you would say that you'd focus on like advertising or focusing on how close they are. Like you could walk this many feet to get to class, maybe, you
Yeah,
know?
or price too, because you might be paying more because they're on a expensive piece of land that's right next to campus.
Yeah, so you're kind of justifying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So then to like, well, I don't know, so it's kind of repetitive, it's asking like if you were gonna pick a house, would you live closer or further from campus?
Mm-hmm.
Based off your amenities, what y'all are saying, like, it's almost like second, so
Yeah.
you would need it close to campus, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, am I understanding it? Or you're like, and depends on how far it is, because
And then price ultimately.
price,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't want to be paying $1,000 for a
No.
four
Not just 'cause
bedroom.
it's kind of closer, yeah.
Yeah. So what should a leasing manager or apartment staff do if they do make a mistake?
Own up to it and say how they're going to fix it.
Okay,
That's I feel like
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. If you know, make a mistake but really own up to it and just commit to fixing it, I'm probably gonna end up, you know, thinking of you better off
Yeah,
than if
absolutely.
you didn't make the mistake in the first place.
mhm.
so what if the mistake, they correct it, but they really can't do anything? Do you resonate a lot better if they own up to like, look, I'm gonna try to fix it so nobody else runs into the problem, but right now this is kind of how it is, if they're real with you? Do you have a lot more respect for that, even if the situation still sucks?
Yeah, if you really believe they're doing the best that they can and they're not just telling you that so you're
Yeah.
happy, I feel like
Yeah.
for sure.
I actually, when I first moved into where I am now, the lady in there like wouldn't leave, so we just showed up, didn't have any rooms. But they told us, they're like, you know, there's not a lot that we can do, you know, the law is not really on our side, and this is what I can do, put you in these rooms, you know, and we'll talk about, you know, all the other stuff later, let's just get you in, and we're like, all right, you know, and later on, they, you know, we talked about, you know, they gave us free rent and stuff.
Oh, wow, yeah, they accommodated you, they took ownership for it, you didn't suffer based off of
And
their.
I could tell that they were, really trying to, kind of damage control and then make us feel that, they kind of righted the wrong, I guess.
Yeah, that you guys are still important, they didn't
Right.
know, like, I'm sorry, find a new place to
Yeah, they were
live.
just like, well, sucks to suck.
Yeah,
The accommodation aspect really goes the extra mile to make you feel like you're valued as a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's a lot, I feel like that's even more now, so more than ever, because of reviews. People feel like, yeah, it was a crappy situation, but the management, the way they handled it, was on staff, on location, was really good. It goes a long ways. Okay. If there are a lot of positive looking pictures for an apartment or rental house on Yelp, are you more likely to rent from the business based off the pictures?
So are these people submitted pictures from Yelp, or like once the business uploads?
Well, can you tell a difference on Yelp if they're business or people? 'Cause I don't know. You can't, it'll say.
Well, like, you can tell if something, like, the picture is like super high def camera that's been edited to make it look
Okay.
really nice versus someone that just like took a picture with their phone.
So either route, you want to speak on that. Are you more like, don't look at the actual word reviews, based off the pictures, how likely,
I feel like the normal person pictures hold a lot more weight than a picture that they can stage and clean this one area, make it look amazing, and take a picture and get all the prettiest people having a whole lot of fun, all that kind of stuff. I feel like real people's pictures of what it actually looks like from day to day is a lot more important, or a lot more impactful.
so maybe you're more likely to rent the business if you see more personal pictures that are like clean and looking, not necessarily, because the ones that are business oriented don't really affect you positive or negatively.
Yeah, because every business, if they're like a good business, at least a half good business is gonna have good looking pictures on their website, on Yelp and stuff,
Yeah, okay. Just a few more questions, guys, sorry, I know you're probably like, how much longer? So what kind of housing option do you prefer while you're in school? So some of these might be repetitive to you, but you're like, I just entered this. Well, this is gonna be a little bit different, it's asking what kind of housing option, and then say what kind of apartment. So think about, I don't know, the housing option, I mean, you have some.
Definitely being on campus is
Okay.
a lot more ideal than being off campus, for me personally.
Yeah.
So.
Like, would you say that you might look at living in the OU dorms that are for upperclassmen as opposed to even getting off campus in general?
Yeah, definitely, because walking to class is really, really nice. The only thing that I really think about is parking, because that can be difficult, and some of the other freedoms that come with an apartment at the same time. You don't have the upkeep, worrying about a lease or anything, because it just goes straight to your bursar and it's all in the same place, so it's easy.
You're like, and the price justifies itself if it's literally on campus?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
where I live, it's right over the train tracks. It's pretty close, across the street from Millennium.
Mhm.
But so I like that it's fairly close, but I do like that it gives me the independence free of any sort of governing body, and I can just do what I want in my apartment. I don't have to worry about what a building manager or a floor.
RA's doing rounds,
Yeah.
it's like.
I just it's just I don't know, even though it's just slightly different, it just feels
Yeah.
more independent.
Okay, so the independent aspect is the bigger thing.
It was nice also having the option of the OU on campus apartments, especially as being a transfer student, not having the community or friends here to rent an apartment with, so it was nice to be able to come in and be able to live on campus.
And you do random roommate, I'm assuming? So that way you don't have to worry about trying to find somebody?
Yeah.
Which a lot of apartment complexes do random roommate, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying at least, they go to OU,
Yeah, it
you
was
don't have
nice.
to worry about.
Because also
That's
I don't know
true.
my way around here, it was nice being able to be I'm right on campus, so I can just walk. Instead of having to figure out how to drive here and get around.
So you're saying for the transfer student, that was
Mhm.
perfect, being super close, you didn't have to feel lost. Have you encountered a safety issue where you are currently living? No.
Mold in the air conditioning.
Ooh. Did
Yeah.
you get sick from it? Is that how you knew?
Yeah, no, that's just the towers in general, over at the freshman dorms.
Which tower are you in?
I'm in Adams, so it's the oldest one.
Which tower in Adams?
Muldrow. I actually
Oh, yeah,
submitted.
room
I actually submitted a release form, so they said that I could move into the residential colleges.
You take home on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Sweet.
the weekend after OU Texas, I'm going.
You're like,
Yeah,
See ya.
pretty much. It's but I've heard horror stories where there's black mold in rooms and people are getting kicked out. It's really bad. And they like go through and they like replace the.
Are they gonna tear these, this is so off topic. Are they
Yeah.
gonna tear these down?
No, it's not that bad. It's been
At
like
OSU, they're tearing a building down that's like not nearly as old as Adams is.
It's I don't know. It's bad, but then they always chalk it up to it's dorm life.
Yeah, it gets to be bad because it's dorm life.
You know there's asbestos in the basement?
I mean, personally, I've
There's
been
asbestos in the basement.
I've been sick like 80% of the time I've been here. Just like
That's what people say when you're a freshman, you're sick so, I live in
Yeah.
Bennington, I feel like such a snob saying that.
No, I have
think
plenty of
athletics,
friends
So
in
when I think of athletics, I think of
no, I have plenty of friends in there, and I'm just like, can I sleep on your couch just every day?
Honestly, they're kind of nice.
Because they have a living room.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, I always.
And
felt
I
so
bump into
guilty.
my roommate walking to my closet.
I know.
Closet.
It makes me feel any better, I hardly ever was in my room because of 3 days of practice, but,
So,
yeah, I know, it's a struggle, it's a struggle. Okay, so y'all have not encountered any safety issues then? Besides mold,
Yeah.
that's a safety issue, it really is,
It's
it's like a
kinda
health
bad.
issue. Anybody else? No? Okay. Do you think apartments should allow pets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking like your cute pet or not, this is so wrong, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said it like that. You're talking like your home pet or talking like maybe a service dog, because service dogs are cute, so I don't know why I said it like that, but
I
like,
think they should always allow service animals, because like those are service animals for a reason, like
Yes.
people need those.
and I think they have to be allowed, I'm pretty sure it's law.
Yeah, by law they're.
But what about like other pets that aren't service animals, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's fine, and what if the apartment's like worried about damage, they can have a pet deposit if they
Yeah.
really want, but I feel like I don't see really any issue with pets.
you can also be a neighbor that doesn't necessarily have a pet but doesn't want to be kept up until 2 in the morning listening to a dog barking. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, so there's something to think about, do you guys think they're allowed, or maybe like certain floors, or like the floor plan, certain corners of, you know, like on a big layout floor plan? I mean,
I feel like certain floor ideas actually kind of cool, but
I mean, for me, it would just be like, okay, if I don't have a pet and it would really bother me that much, I just go look somewhere else. Because they can definitely cater to 2 audiences, because there's definitely a big group of people who's going to have a pet or have a roommate that has a pet, and there's going to be a big group that's like, I don't want to even deal with that. So
true. Thoughts on it, thing?
I mean, yeah, where I'm at now, I would never have a pet, but I don't don't
Doesn't
see
mean you'll
why.
never have one.
Yeah, or I don't see why the apartment would have an issue with people having pets.
Okay. So this kind of sparked my attention, I was thinking of like a dog park, but this can be anything. When you guys see amenities, all these amenities for things, does it ever spark your attention, like, is this why it's so expensive for me to live here because of all these amenities? Or are you like, don't even think about that part, you're like, this is awesome, I have all this stuff for the price that I'm paying?
yeah, if you're paying for something that you don't use, it's kind of a bad feeling because you're just like, oh wow, I really don't use this at all. So,
Okay. I might need to stop that camera. Yeah, I figured it was for the camera. Okay, but like, so if you don't use the amenities and you're like, crap, I'm wasting money, but when you are going to rent an apartment, do you ever think about that with the price? Like, oh, well, it is expensive, it has a lot more amenities? Is that right? Cross your mind, you're just like, no, it's too expensive.
I mean, I guess I'll think like, yeah, this is expensive because there's all these amenities, but I don't, like, I feel like just the price is kind of what I'd be looking at.
Okay.
I also like looking to see like if certain things come with, they pay for like your electricity and pay for your water, and that's included. I feel like then I'm like, oh, then I understand the price, and I'm more likely for it than having to pay my own like electrical and water and all that.
Okay, yeah. We're almost done, there's 3 questions left. So should apartments require students to have a cosigner or a, I'm gonna say this wrong, guarantor? I feel so dumb saying that, but really. a
co-signer's fine, yeah.
Do you think apartments should have that for students, make a requirement?
It's up to them. It's within their right, and I mean, you're just a student, you're not necessarily the most financially dependent adult that they could get. So if they're catering to students, it's obvious that they'll probably need a co-signer.
So do you think it should even be, is it necessary, since you aren't really financially dependent, or independent, do you think that it's necessary to have that, or are you like, no, you're a student, you
I
know?
think that could like really hurt some people that literally just go off on their own to college and
I
it's
had a
just
hell of a
them.
time getting a cosigner. So, I mean, I understand why they want one because like, I don't have any credit. I've never proven that I can take this responsibility, but
Mhm.
also, I mean, you know,
You're
I had-
18 coming to college.
yeah, I had to find one, so.
Okay. Yeah. Would anybody else say yes